Hey, good evening, friends. It's been a little while for me since I've made a video, but yep, gonna do it. I am running out here real quick for a couple things. I have more eggshells that have been ground up and returning them back to the soil. Sometimes I give them to chickens, sometimes I give them back to the garden. So, okay, that job is done. Job one. I'm out here because it's Buddy's evening constitution time and he needs to run, and if he doesn't run, he becomes a bit of a maniac in the house. So I'm just going to give you a light update. Something fell out of the tree. I'm going to give you a light update on just a couple things in the on the homestead. It's just a house, suburban house, you know, with a yard. But I noticed that we had some really awesome seed set on the asparagus. You can see all those little balls. That's what we're looking at. So something came out here and did a real good job pollinating these. And let's see, here's an older one. And see how that's about turning red. It has a little ruddy red orange color to it. So this one's about ready to come off the plant. They do go full red, but if you do and you risk dropping them and then got asparagus planted where you don't want them, and obviously I don't want them in there. But yeah, we must have had a female and she got pollinated. I don't really understand all of that. Some branches don't have any females on them. Some have the blooms, but you know, there must be boy blooms, and then I never see fruit, but sometimes the balls show up. So how about that? I really don't know what goes on, but God does, and he sets us up, and I'm just gracious to, I'm so thankful to receive it and harvest it, and then I reseed it and grow it. And I have other videos on the playlist about that. Here's an asparagus that escaped, and it's turning into a fern. But some of my newer, I think these are 2 years old right here, are on this side of the plot. I gotta clean all this up. Obviously it's been too hot. Haven't we all been hot? We're all sick of summer by now. There's been a lot of asparagus in here. These on this side are about 4 years old, and I have been eating raw asparagus, and then one night I fried up some asparagus with okra. Or no, that was morning. I do eat asparagus and okra for breakfast if I can, and all that's still going, but going on with the okra over there, but you guys have seen that recently. I want to show you a couple other things before we get to my project. So over here, the vincas are out of control. There used to just be one over here, and now this year I seem to have had it spread. I have a volunteer cranberry hibiscus in there. I've got vines. Here is the Pickering mango. It just put on a bunch of new growth. But anyhow, I had a bunch of volunteer zinnias. This is almost 3 feet right here, and they're coming out, and they're pink. They should all be pink in this garden unless something went terribly wrong. But my goal was to get pink in here in the spring, and so pink shall return this fall. And look at that, and so it goes perfect with my pink smoothie sign and pink vincas or periwinkles, however you want to call them. And then we have the black-eyed Susan vine this in the smoothie garden, and the pineapples have already been picked. We'll get over there in a second. I got a nice little surprise. One of you keeps track of my bay leaf tree, so we'll get over there in a second. But we are absolutely ready to go with sunflowers in here, and I have sunflowers that are outgrowing their place. So need to get sunflowers in so they're nice and established, and maybe hopefully blooming by October or Halloween at the least. So this is my bay laurel, and it was a little guy. Well, actually it was real little. And then I didn't see very much growth last year. I might have, if I was lucky, got like 3, 4, 5 inches max, right? And then this year, look at how much growth I have gotten in 1 year. that's over foot, maybe 15 feet max. 15 feet, inches, 15 inches max. And this side, you know, might have grown about a foot over here. It's got a new stem. It's starting to bush out. It's doing really good. I've been trying not to pick it unless I absolutely need a bay leaf for something. I may have harvested like less than 5 in its whole life so far. I'm just really trying not to. But I think, I don't want to stress it out, but I do think maybe we can actually begin harvesting, you know, maybe about 12 of them, let them dry in the house for winter, use them over the winter, and then, you know, then pick on the plants some more next spring. Yeah, I'm really happy with the bay leaf tree. Not to be confused with bay rum. Don't confuse it with bay rum. Bay rum grows into a massive, like 40-foot type tree. Now there's, I haven't come out here and weed. I have been in the house sick yesterday. I never even got out of pajamas. But there you go. There is borage. My first borage blooms. That was awesome. Look, I got more of this. I'm gonna have to move this somewhere. Maybe up front where I don't have a lot of irrigation, and that might be good there. Otherwise, I just gotta kill it or find people who want it. Where's the other borage? Okay, I'm walking around here like an idiot with a camera. Okay, borage. This one's about to bloom. And uh-oh, I have another one there. It looks like it's gonna die. So 2 of 4 were successful in here. It's becoming a little bit of a mess, but you know, it's doable mess. And I just really can't wait to put some yellow pop in there, especially with the pink. I think that'll just be lovely. And it's just gonna match my sign. It's as if I had some sort of vision. Well, the plants are telling me that fall's almost here. So first with asparagus seeds, and then we see the fall zinnias are coming back, and the borage. Of course, you can have those in the spring too. But here's another beautiful specimen. This is the bloom off of aloe. I think this is a soap aloe, if I'm not mistaken. And wow, look at that orange to yellow bloom. Just fabulous. Ah, I love that color. Yeah, doing so many great things. And what else? There was something else I was going to show. Oh, it's right behind you. Turn around. See over here by my shed? By the way, if you want one of these sheds, ask me about it down in the comment section. These are superior sheds. You can customize them, right? Superior sheds. I love it. They're in a little city called Sharps, Florida, and kind of north of Cocoa. And I custom mine with double doors, but you don't have to. Jack got his door put on the side of his and stuff. So anyhow, we added we added the windows on the inside so I could have a bit of a greenhouse in there, which I don't utilize very much. So anyhow, look at my other signs of fall. This is the flame torch or flaming torch bromeliad. I hope the camera's picking up the little pink tips on each one of these blooms. It's magnificent. Let me see, let's go down one. This one is maybe even more brilliant and vibrant in color, and you can really see that pink there. But I love that this bloom comes out of this bush. Now, I had one weirdo this like May or June, didn't know what season it was in. Florida was a little messed up. But anyhow, I love this whole area is going to have multiple red flaming torches, and this one maybe have a couple. It also has a different variety in here for the bromeliad. This one looks like it already went off. Maybe I missed it. But anywho, yeah, I love my baskets here, and we're going to clean those out this fall after all the blooms are done. So let's get on to our project today. So actually, Buddy had a great idea, and he said, Mom, we have all of these boxes right here, and we have this box, we have another one that's coming tomorrow, and these look about like the size that I would use to grow onions in. And so I was like, you know what, I gotta restart some shallots. I was a little disappointed. Perhaps the heat created like a low germination rate on the shallots, or perhaps something, I don't know. Maybe I crisped them, not paying attention. Not saying that I did. That's not admission at all. I'm not admitting that I did that. That's just saying it might have happened. But anywho, let's open this up. So here we go. We have our little box, and I thought, let's try an experiment. No, I didn't think it. Buddy thought it. That we would try a little experiment. We're going to open up some holes in the bottom. Let's say you just don't have, you know, the money to go out and buy all sorts of stuff. I mean, who's got money to spare after buying, you know, toilet paper and other things like that? I mean, it's just ridiculous what we're paying for groceries and gas. Okay, so I had some potting soil, but I'm trying to make it stretch. So I'm using a little bit of the mushroom compost. If you have compost of any kind, now's the time to add it. Maybe add and make it more nutritious. I'm really trying to make this stretch beyond today's onions. So I'm gonna add a little perlite. If you got it, add it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. I just so happen to have this bag, and it's like 2 years old or something, 3 years. Maybe I bought it during 2020, trying to make my own soil that one time. And anywho, yeah, there we go. Nice, light, fluffy, nutritious. More soil to go for the next set of cups. All right, or buy solo cups or whatever. Use chewy boxes. Everybody's got Amazon boxes, don't we? Just about. Or your neighbor, ask a neighbor. Okay, so there you go. That looks pretty good. We're gonna wet it down and then come back to our box. Oh no, let's get our box. No, let's wet it down first. I like that idea better. All right, let's mix this because the bottom part's still going to be dry. We'll try to even it out. A little wet, a little dry. I kind of just do this by feel. I'm not really sure. And by sight. Look how dry that section is. I don't love that. So, but this side looks pretty nice. Nice and wet over here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get our chewy box. Fill it. Let's fill it. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just telling you this up front. This is just the idea. I only really need a container for about 30 days. And I don't know how long cardboard will hold up in rain. We might have a tropical system this week or next week, by weekend, something like that. I'm not sure. I saw some ugly things on the TV. But let's just see what we can get going, okay? I'm really just, I have no idea. Oh man, I put it, look, totally forgot. Okay, a little blood meal. Probably don't need any. This is probably redundant. Oh gosh, that blew right back in my face. It was so disgusting. Okay. But we really want these shallots. This is creme brulee shallots. Where are we? Right here. Okay, we really want these to pop up fast and get, we're not behind. I'm trying really hard not to have an anxiety attack. I'm not behind. Keep telling myself it's only August 21st. I'm okay. Robin, it'll be okay. You're not behind. They don't even have to go into the ground. I mean, October 1st is my deadline, but it's not really hard and fast. But I do want to get as much time in the garden and being fertilized and the greens growing. So, you know, that's what I'm panicked, not really, about. So anyhow, We started the others July 20th. It is now exactly a month later. I'm not happy with what I see. Here, let's make some divots. Okay, again, no special tools. Oh, okay, actually I'm special, but you know what I mean. I didn't go out and buy anything, although, you know, I am expensive. I'm not cheap. Okay, let's go ahead and just use every bit of these creme brulee shallots. You know, since onions don't hold over, they do okay, like maybe 2 years tops, but 1 year for sure. And if I have to, I'll just buy new onions next year. But if these aren't good this year, I certainly don't want to hold them around for another 12 months for next season. Okay, just lightly, I would say dust, but it's a little bit more than a dust. Not much though. All right, creme brulee shallots, you're done. And I bought myself this fancy dancy little garden marker. I treated myself because I was already on Amazon getting a gift, and I thought, why not get them a gift, get me a gift. Okay, so creme brulee, we're just gonna wing it on the French. Shallots, and I told you guys, what day was it? 8/21. Okay, let's see how this goes a month later. Let's see if the box holds up a whole month, and I will just keep you guys updated, okay, on that. So that is our first actual project of the day. Our second project will be getting the rest of these, let's see, Godzilla broccoli. I did a whole row yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I didn't do anything yesterday. 2 days ago, I thought I would had enough strength to stand up out here. And I did that. And then I have a lot of not good with the red cauliflower or red cabbage. I have some dead-on cabbage I want to get out of here also. So that's another thing. And also tango celery. I want to do a cup and get that right into the fridge, because I think my whole first thing I got to throw away. It was out in the heat, and then it was in the fridge for too many days while I wasn't feeling good, and you know, COVID, and then I had cold, and I've forgotten about it. Anyhow, I need to start celery again. And I'm going to try some more of these artichoke and imperial stars. So my window of starting stuff from seed is narrowing little by little every day. So let's jump on the opportunity. While I'm working, I did want to mention a couple things. Oh, these are dry as can be, poor things. I'm going to put two. Oh shoot, I still got my wedding band on. I'm putting in 2 broccolis per cup, or seedlings per cup, any of the brassicas, just because I've got to see how they're going to survive or not. And, you know, I'm starting to run out of cups and supplies, and I already went out and bought more cups. Because, you know, it's school season too, so that was also my excuse for, you know, I love school supplies, so I had to get the marker. And while I was getting the marker, I also got more tags, and I'm surprised I didn't go in the kids section, buy more dry erase markers and pens and pencils. Pens and pencils. What, buddy? But also, more importantly, this, I make no, you know, I don't hide it, that Miracle Grow moisture control has been my go-to for a while. And the germination trays aren't great for long term. They're really just to see if your seeds are viable or not. But I have to say, I don't think it's my imagination, but I think I'm not getting quite what I used to get as far as nutrition. I mean, Miracle Grow is supposed to, it's potting soil. You put it in a hanging basket or any kind of container, and you know, you're supposed to be able to get 6 months worth of feeding out of it. And I don't see where these babies are getting any nutrition out of the Miracle-Gro. Hence why I had to run out and go buy bone meal and blood meal. You know, I don't like having to make the extra expenses, especially when you're paying so much for the extra, you know, holds the nutrition and holds the moisture, and it just feels like a waste of money, which is very hard to come by and valuable these days, right, for all of us. So, anywho, I just don't feel it was doing the job, hence why we're doing all of this up potting. I'm not wasting another minute. I think these were in the tray since July 27th is what their tags say. And I'm overweighting. 3 weeks later, I still barely have the first true leaves on here. And so I'm just being a mama bear with my little seedlings. I gotta save them. Alright. And I really should have, shame on me, I should have watered that tray before pulling them out of there. But at least the soil they're going into has got a lot of moisture. And I will water them all in again as soon as we're done here. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, I did actually buy Bellstar broccoli. This is Godzilla. I was using up old seed, and it turns out it was very viable, and I overseeded the germination trays. And so now I have more than what I need for all fall. So I will hold off on the Bellstar broccoli until maybe spring, if that. Maybe next year. I don't know. Maybe I don't need it. Okay, we're going to rinse and repeat. But with which one? We're going to do Dead On cabbage, which is the Savoy cabbage. I just absolutely love this variety. And we look like we got 4 or 5. We got 5 of them out of the first germination. They don't like the heat that I put them under.